Yo, 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 what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the In the Zone podcast. It's your boy, B. Foster. Brian Foster's back in the building.
Don't nobody care.
Everybody cares. Everybody cares. What's going on, y'all, man? I hope you all are having a wonderful end of your summer. We have been, well, Sean hasn't been. Sean has been on air fucking every day. But I have not been on in a while. We took a little bit of a summer break. I took a little bit of a summer break.
Songs very clear.
To get some things in order, to bring in my 50th the way I wanted to. And now we're back. How you doing, Sean?
I'm okay, actually. How are you? You 50 now. You old.
I'm an old?
You old. But you look good, though. You look a day over 48. I think that's Kingdom.
Kingdom, turn your shit off.
Why do we hear background noise?
Our producer.
We gonna work on it.
That's right. We're gonna do that in the second half. Figure it out. I don't look a day over. What'd you say?
48.
Fuck it, I'll take it. I will take it. What's up, Steph? What's up, Rod? Nah, I will take it. So, have you missed me?
Well, technically, I just saw you last Saturday.
I mean, in these two seats.
Yeah, you know what? Our chemistry cannot be matched. I love Chris the Critic and everybody on Chris the Critic, but it just can't be matched. So absolutely. We didn't have our fun, witty banter.
It has been a while.
Well, I mean, we've had it, but just not on air.
Not on air.
Yes.
Yeah. So I am happy to be back.
Yes.
Brought 50 in style.
Woohoo.
Everybody that joined me, thank you. Everybody that wasn't invited, my bad. I couldn't invite.
Sorry.
I couldn't invite the world. I had limited spaces, so yeah, it was a good time.
What was your favorite part? I know we're not gonna dig into this.
We're not gonna dig
much,
into it.
But I am curious. What's your favorite part of the evening?
My favorite part was when my son and his boys went off.
I think that's everybody's favorite part.
I mean, many people have asked me, like, was that planned? I was like, no, that was completely impromptu.
That was easily my favorite part.
Yeah.
To
see the young boys. You see the young boys go off.
Made you old men look super old.
First of all, if you rewind the video, you can see me hopping before they even start.
No.
Before they even start. All right. I spilled all my drink on stage because I was hopping.
That's fine, but your hop didn't look none like they hop. They were easily like 3-4 feet off the ground.
Hey, Diane boy. Jamal, what up, boy? Sent the critic off.
Wait, happened? Already. What is Jamal saying?
Talking shit.
Kingdom, can you put up Jamal's comment?
Ain't shit.
Ain't
shit.
What? I did not say that. That is why you see how people come on and be making shit up. That is not what I said.
Making shit up.
I care. You a lie, Rod. You a lie and the truth ain't it.
Hey, right. All right, so let's get into it. Bump it. We haven't talked in a while. We want to go ahead and jump right in and get into the nitty gritty.
Do you want to talk about the ungrateful women first or the ain't shit men first?
Wait a minute. That's not the.
That's
not the topic.
But it's an ain't shit ass point.
Come on, let's talk about the ain't shit men. Come on, let's kick it off. Let's talk about the ain't shit men.
All right. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is. And this came from the conversation that me and Gina B. Shout out to Gina B. from the Chris to Critic show.
Gina B.
A point was made by I forgot which commenter said this, but discussed men quietly quitting relationships.
Okay.
I think the first thing, obviously, this is a play on people quietly quitting jobs, but I think it's so apropos for men and how they deal with wanting to be out of a relationship. So, as a man, Brian, you want to give us like a very not high level. We want some clarification. What do we mean? Because we're coining this phrase, and you heard it here first. If anybody talks about men quietly quitting relationships, In the Zone podcast, coin that. What does that mean? What do we mean by men quietly quitting relationships?
So when a man quietly quits a relationship, he is slowly. Most of you all of a certain age. You watched Tom and Jerry. You remember when Tom opened the door and backed out it real slow, but backed out of it, and then closed it behind him. That's quietly quitting. We are sneakily exiting the relationship without actually exiting it, and letting you do the final chip, chop, chop. But we are shutting down all of the things we do normally because we are tuned the fuck out.
And chicken shit. But we'll talk about the chicken shit part in a second. Okay, so I know what y'all do, but I'm asking stupid questions just for shits and giggles. So, examples of men quietly quitting relationships. Because it's not like you slowly backing out the door, right? Like, what are y'all doing to force this woman's hand into dump you?
Oh, it's so many ways. There's
so many ways to quiet. People some, and so people in the comments, now that we've defined it, give some examples. These men know what they do. Come on, Jamal. Come on, Rod. Y'all know what y'all do.
Come on. We got about 20 people tuned in. Y'all know y'all been done quietly quit something before. Come on, tell me. So when a man is quietly quitting, much like you said, it's like quitting a job, right? When you're quitting your job quietly, you're not outwardly turning in your notice, but you are shutting down roles and responsibilities you generally take care of.
Okay.
So let's say
you're not taking out the garbage no more.
The
extras.
You're doing just enough to keep your job.
Right. That's what quiet quitting is. Right.
So I'm showing up to work, but I'm showing up consistently late. I'm in the meeting. I'm not really participating
or taking notes
or giving a fuck. Clearly, right? I'm not in tune. I'm not giving feedback. I'm not having the back and forth. Right. I'm not producing any ideas, which I would normally do. I'm turning in my work, and it's just barely passing, right? Like, I wrote your speech for, I write speeches and stuff for a living. I wrote your speech. It ain't the best speech I ever wrote for you, but it ain't bad.
You're not pontificating like normal.
I'm not giving you those high notes, that punctuation, that oomph, right? Okay. It's very much before it'd be like, good morning, my amazing ladies and gentlemen. I so appreciate your presence in this glorious space this morning. And it goes to, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to have you here.
All right. So, okay, now that we know what employees do to
I'm giving you this is a preface to what I'm about to lead into.
Okay.
Same thing with men.
Okay.
All right. So if I'm quietly quitting you, I am not calling as much, not returning those texts as fast, not seeing you as often as I did, and when we do, it's a little bit dry. You not getting the consistent dick you was getting. Maybe not that.
I was gonna
say, maybe not that. But you're not getting as good as you was getting. I'm not putting forth the effort I used to put into it.
Who said it was good in the first place?
Well, you kept fucking me, so
anyway,
it was good enough.
That's an argument for another day. But okay.
And then just all the little things I would do that I know you like that would keep you happy. Those things slowly dwindle, and they slowly dwindle anyway in any relationship. But it's like, the things that I did keep up, now they just kind of going away. You want to have a conversation? You want to argue, right? You mad about something? You want to have an argument? You want to? I'm like, okay, you right. My bad.
This is not how I've known quietly quitting.
This is how it goes. And then, if that don't kind of get you off your square, then I just start kind of slowly disappearing. You can't reach me. I'm not returning text. Then I'm popping up the next day. Oh, my bad. My phone died.
Y'all do that when shit is good.
I'm telling you, but there's a consistency to it. Is when you quietly quit.
Okay.
And then when you really quietly quit, and when you just won't leave my ass, then I'm just ghost. I'm just vamped. I'm out of
Facts. There. Good to have a man back on the Lord have mercy, the misogyny, Lord Jesus. But men make relationships work. Quietly quitting is simply stopping from making it work. Fair. Stay out late and not caring about the ramifications.
I don't care. The things I was doing, and Jamal's making another example, I was coming home early because you like me home early. I was skipping going out with the boys because you wanted to go see the Warrior King. Or Queen, whatever the hell the name of that movie is.
The Woman King.
Woman King.
I digress.
Now? Nah, you go out with your girl see the Woman King. I'm going with my boys to do this.
Some of this stuff sounds like normal relationships.
Some of it
but
does.
But that's fine.
But what I'm saying is it's the consistency in which and the intentionality in which I'm doing it.
So, fun fact, I actually know someone who is quietly quitting their wife. So
facts.
And he's not, I mean, I guess some of it he is kind of doing, but not quite. So,
well, what's your when you say quietly quitting, how did you think?
So when I've known men to want out of the relationship, not saying anything you saying is wrong, because I think some of that I have experienced, but one thing you said about like the not arguing thing, I've actually found the reverse, where they're just starting arguments for fun, like over things that don't even matter.
That's one way too. I wouldn't really term that as quietly quitting though.
That's loudly
quitting. That's
my
loudly
bad.
quitting.
I'm sorry. Clearly, I'm confusing.
Yeah, quietly quitting is you're doing things behind the scenes, kind of low key, not really making. It's obvious when I'm picking a fight. Mm-hmm. It's less obvious when I refuse to fight back.
That's fair. But so I do have a friend. He's quietly quitting his wife, and we'll get into why he's doing that when I ask this next question. But some of the things he's doing is, well, they don't live in the same place.
They don't live in the same city, or they don't live in the same location in the same city?
I'm trying to be as vague as
possible.
possible.
Vague as you can. Okay, they just don't live together.
They don't live in the same place.
I got you.
And it's quite a bit of distance away. Mm-hmm. I'll say that. He does go to see her probably like once a quarter to like maintain their former joint home.
Okay.
They've been living in different locations for probably about 4 years.
Okay.
They just had the conversation about a month ago that he's not going to return to said location that she lives in.
I don't think this is quiet.
I said he just had the conversation.
He outright quit.
But
she just didn't accept his resignation. His resignation letter still sit on her desk, unsigned, but he's turned it in.
Well, they do it, but apparently it's very quick. Not because of him, my understanding. Well, maybe because of both, quite frankly. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And yeah, it's a very complex. Right, he quitting. I agree, Rod.
That man has quit. He has checked out.
1,000%.
When you haven't lived with your wife for 4 years, that's a loud quit. How much louder can I quit this relationship?
I know details that I won't get into, but
okay.
I mean, I don't disagree.
I'm just saying, we're talking general.
She clearly is not accepting his resignation or all the signs that come with it.
She done read this shit like this 15 times. Nope.
You know what's funny? Because I've asked him, like, well, what is she doing? Is she okay with this stuff? And he's like, no. I said, well, I have a couple of questions. Like, first, why don't he pull the trigger? We'll get into that in a second. Mm-hmm. And then, how is she tolerating this? Like, how do these conversations go with people that she knows? And I guess she lies and tells him that he works. He's trying for work.
Absolutely lies. She absolutely lies. Absolutely,
she's lying. What?
What did she tell him? Yeah, I mean, he doesn't live here, but we still together. He moved 4 years ago. He comes back, well, maybe 4 times a year. But I mean, I still love him. I mean, how do you?
I don't even see how she could love him in these kind of circumstances.
She's lying.
Well,
to herself and to others.
That's my abbreviated story of a man who is.
That's
quit.
That shit was over a long time ago. Agreed. He only visited him once ago. He do it. Hey, look, he going in for accounting purposes.
He does. You know what's so funny? He does. He goes to maintain the house. Mm-hmm. He goes and does like the financial stuff.
I know this.
Absolutely does.
He is going for accounting purposes.
Put up a few appearances on occasion.
That's right. Maybe hit a birthday party or somebody's wedding because he's supposed to be there.
He taking off the beneficiaries list. No, I think she's still on the beneficiaries list, but don't quote me on that.
All right, but
she doesn't want to look bad. This is total ego on her behalf. Because there is no way I would be tolerating any of this.
So, all right, this leads.
She got to work hustle.
So this leads to your question, right? Why when a man is quietly quitting, why doesn't he just quit?
Yes, why? I know why my friend hasn't pulled the trigger, and I'm pretty sure you're going to give me the same answer. But why y'all just don't pull the trigger? Why we got to go through all these charades when you want out?
Because y'all are crazy.
This is not his answer, by the way.
I'm sure I could guess one of his answer, but main reason is because y'all crazy.
Okay.
If I leave you, there's consequences and repercussions.
Okay.
Some way, shape, or form. If you leave me, you feel empowered. You feel in control. You feel, girl, yep, I left that motherfucker. And I'm perfectly fine with you saying that because now my car ain't getting keyed. Now ain't no sugar in my gas tank.
It's not any of this.
Now none of that stuff happens. Now, that's one reason. Another reason is it's just less dramatic if you step away from it than I do.
I think his answer is the real answer, but these all are really cute.
And I just don't want to fucking man up and do it.
Oh.
I don't want to be the bad guy. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I don't want to be the bad guy here.
Ding, 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 ding. Now that is the answer that I actually think is the truth. I think you.
All this is true.
Okay, I think that one more than anything is it. I think men perpetually are scared of the bad guy persona, and I think it's easier for you guys to like back away and be like, well, she did it, so I don't have to feel the guilt of upsetting, because he's said as much, like he doesn't want to upset her. He doesn't really he doesn't want the backlash of him doing it, right? Like all the people being mad at him, her being mad at him, like what that all means, which is also ego driven, right? Like what the fuck, you don't even like these people. What the fuck do you think? Why do you care what they think of you? Mm-hmm. But he does not want all of what comes on a emotional level, right? Because I don't think that she would like go after him for money. That absolutely would not be it. She lives too far away. She's not coming to key his shit unless she just ain't got shit better to do with her time.
Well, that's a very specific relationship.
I mean, but I think it's indicative of a lot of relationships. Sure. I do not think most women are crazy. I think there's a good percentage, but I don't think most women are coming to key your shit.
No, not most.
But
okay.
But that's his thing. He's like, I do not want. He's even talked to his therapist who asked the same question I asked. He's like, I just don't want to. I don't want to be the bad guy.
I don't want to be the bad guy. So I'll give you an example of something I've done to get out of a relationship. I was dating a young lady, and I was pretty much done with it. Mm-hmm. And my boy loved her, like from jump, before I even got with her.
Dear God, I hope this is not going where I think it's going.
So,
dear God, so this is terrifying.
The whole time he was like, "Oh, I can't believe you pulled her." Right. Like hate.
Dwayne, that's a lie. Kingdom, could you put that last comment up? So, most women are not crazy, or maybe most of the women you've dated are crazy. That's inaccurate.
Oh no, all women are crazy.
Women are not crazy.
There's just levels to the crazy.
That's
what all women are crazy. Done and done. It's not even a conversation.
Oh Lord. Anyway, back to your story.
So long story short, I decided I was done, mm-hmm. and rather than break up with her, I started being a complete asshole to her. And then I told him, I said, you befriend her, be the shoulder she leans on, be the listening ear, and then you can move in. So I had a party. She comes to the party.
This was your girlfriend?
Yeah, she's my girlfriend. She pulls me to the side. And this is in high school, by the way.
Still.
She pulls me to the side. Says, listen, this isn't really working for me. Blah, 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 blah. I don't really know how to tell you this, but I'm kind of digging Joe. And I'm like, you know what? You and Joe would be perfect together. That's actually an amazing match. I can't even be mad at it. I've been in a really bad space lately, and I haven't been the best boyfriend. And yeah, you should do that.
You had this level of bullshit at 17 years old.
Yeah.
Jesus. It starts early, ladies. This is terrifying. Okay.
So I'm not even reading on, but I'll have gone on a tangent.
Quit baiting relationships on Eurocentric ideologies. I hate to be the one to tell you, Jamal. Our whole ideology as Black Americans is based on the white lens. So unfortunately, we don't have the capability to not see things.
Once a quarter, a quickie. Tell me how to write the book.
They have some Nirvana, once a quarter, whatever.
Jamal's wife is not watching this podcast because he would not have said that. So part of it is a lot of that, right? But it's just be honest. It's easier for you if you lead a relationship. Would you rather be the breaker upper than the breaker uppy?
No.
You'd rather be broken up with than break up with somebody.
I don't think either one is preferable. They both suck.
One is better than the other.
I don't. Do I want to?
You don't want to be the quitter as much as you want to be the victim.
How? Okay. I'm gonna say this because I don't think you all could hear Kingdom. I don't want to be the quitter.
Thank you.
I want to be
Happy
the
to be
victim. Back. What do you mean? Because it sucks both ways, right? If I have to dump you, then I'm have to deal with the guilt of dumping you. But if I get dumped, then I have to feel all the feelings of being dumped.
Do you feel guilty when you've left somebody?
Absolutely.
You feel guilty. You don't.
I feel bad.
You feel bad
Maybe guilty isn't the
I
right
was like,
word, but
guilty?
I definitely feel bad.
You feel hurt, you feel bad, you feel like the relationship failed, right? But you feel like
no, I feel bad. I made them feel bad.
Okay, but you made the best decision for you.
Obviously.
if you get dumped, you don't get to make that decision. That decision-making power is taken away from you. And you're forever wondering what I could have done differently. Blah, blah, blah this. Blah, blah, blah that.
But do you? Because I'm always of the belief, and I wasn't always like this. I'm more mature and I'm a little bit more profound now, that when stuff like that happens, whether it's a job or a person or whatever, a car, when things leave your life, that needs to happen. They happen that way because that's supposed to happen, and it's being removed because it either no longer serves me, or if it stays, it's going to lead to results that I don't want. And I may not have been the person or strong enough as a person to get rid of it, so God did it for me. So,
I'm sorry. Bullshit puts me to sleep.
But the bullshit you just fed me about breaking up with this, quietly quitting this girl in high school.
But I acknowledged it was bullshit. You honestly believe that shit she was just saying. Listen,
true though.
God removed it from me for a reason. That ain't stopping no man tear. That wasn't stopping you from stalking that man in the alley.
Oh my God, you ain't
so don't give me this whole eat, pray, love response.
I preface this by saying I have not always been this way.
Okay.
So what you're saying is right. I would be sad. I would cry. I'd be, God, why'd you do this to me? Yeah, I did all of that for many, many years.
When you broke up with somebody, did you do all that?
No.
This is my point. This is my point. So as a man, I'd rather spare you that pain and let you feel like you made that decision.
You are lying. The truth ain't in you. That's not why.
It is why.
Y'all are perpetually trying to run for being the bad guy. You are not trying to save nobody's feelings but your goddamn own. Stop it.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about me.
This fucking bull. Y'all say I'm full of shit.
I don't give a fuck about being the bad guy.
That's you.
It does not bother me one little bit.
That's you.
That's most dudes.
I don't think that's true.
That's most dudes. They don't want to own it. They don't want to own it, but they don't really care about being the bad guy.
Don't care
they
about
want
being
to
the bad
avoid
guy.
the drama. They want to avoid the backlash. Key in the car, sugar in the tank is an extreme. But breaking up with a woman is never smooth. It's never, hardly ever smooth, hardly ever easy, unless she's at the same point you are and want to get out of it.
Okay.
We gonna eat it better. Even if we don't want it, we gonna eat it better. Pride's gonna make us be like, all right, girls, what you want to do? And then we gonna go home and have a beer. And
it's not been my experience.
I'm just telling you.
It's not been my experience.
What's your experience?
That they react like women do. There are tears. There's weeks of calling me. There's flowers. Hell, you don't think I've ever broken up with a man? He's never cried.
Wait. No. Well, I mean, I can't say no.
You know
wait. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep. For sure, tears.
Jesus Christ. Wait, so if you broke up with me because I fucked up, like big, like you called me cheating or something, sure. Then I'm sending flowers, I'm apologizing, I'm all woe is me, right? I'm saying if the relationship just ran its course.
No, when the relationship ran its course, I was fucking over it, and there were tears, and there were lots of phone calls. Absolutely.
Yeah, but he crazy.
Big facts. That's not inaccurate.
Well,
that is not an inaccurate statement.
That's an outlier.
I don't think so.
Fellas, be honest. Put it in the chat. If anybody's ever broken up with you, I've never been broken up with, so I can't really speak to this. If anybody's ever broken up with you, have you ever cried?
I want to spit my water out.
It's fact.
I believe you.
And I'm not saying that to be braggadocious. I've never officially been broken up with.
I believe that you have avoided being broken up with all these years. That doesn't surprise me. It's still the fucking sad state of affairs. The broad.
Yep, we want to avoid the drama and backlash. We do. Simply.
Whatever.
Wow, what did I do? Why?
What?
She
the
said
broad is listening. She said it's true that leaving a woman is hard. Yep. Women need closure. Men don't. That's not been my experience either. Men don't. When a woman breaks up with you, she gives you a laundry list of whys. Closure. A man just says he isn't working. That's not been my experience, but perhaps Joel is right. That's not been my experience.
Why? What did I do? Why? That's the conversation.
What I'm saying is, and maybe I'm an outlier, right? Maybe I'm just so fabulous that I get those kind of reactions out of men.
Clearly.
But I've definitely never broken up with anybody I've broken up with. Always is a process. It's never been a clean break. I can't think of one time I broke up with somebody and it was an absolute. There was one time it was a clean break because we were both over it. Everybody else that wasn't at the same place I was, it was a process. Several week process. One was a few year process. So that is that.
Dating them bitch ass niggas.
Whatever. All right, now that we've browbeat that to death.
Wait, was that the last? I felt like there was another question in there somewhere.
I said that y'all scared of women. Apparently.
Are we scared of women?
Apparently not.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Let's be 100%. I'm petrified of women.
Is that true? Is that true, Joel? Kingdom, all the other men in the comments, Jamal, y'all are absolutely afraid of women?
Petrified.
You can't beat y'all up. What are you afraid of?
That's not. Listen.
Is a key to your car really that scary?
No, I'm not
worried.
Is
throwing your Jordans out the window and cutting them motherfuckers really that scary?
I had a chick burn my house, man.
What?
The levels of crazy.
For the people who didn't hear Kingdom, our engineer, somebody burned your house down? Like, down to the ground? Yeah. Like, there was nothing left standing?
They lived under me, and they set their shit on fire, and I think they did that shit on purpose to burn my shit up.
What'd you do to her?
I was saying, what did you possibly do to deserve to get your shit burned down?
Full fucking.
Wait a minute.
That'll do it.
This is not.
That'll do it.
This is not the subject.
Remember the previous show I told you like long time ago? I said there was a half fucking, and then there's a fucking the shit out of her.
Okay.
I fucked the shit out of her.
And that you fucking the shit out of her, and I'm only reiterating this so people in the comments can hear this. So you fucked the shit out of her, and that led to her burning your fucking shit.
Wait. He's not inaccurate. And let me tell you,
don't try to tell me someone to burn your shit down because you fucked the shit out of her.
No, not burn my shit down.
And motherfuckers in the comments, don't do this.
I don't.
That is a complete outlier.
I don't think my penis has ever been good enough for burning this shit down. But what I will say is, you do have to, and I might have said this on the show, and I might not have. You have to decide what kind of penis you want to provide to a woman.
This is a show topic.
It is.
I got so many questions.
Okay, come on, we got time. You have to decide how do you want to give her can she handle your A game? If you got any indication she can't handle your A game, you better give her your B or C game.
I love men who say I never cried over a woman. It's real cute.
But your A game, some motherfuckers can't handle it.
All right, I'm switching topics from this virgin shit because
come on, we can get down the back end.
I do not even know all the questions I have for the type of. Okay, so wait, are we done with this?
Come on, we on this now.
Well, we already talked about what men think will happen if you
something bad
unquietly quit a woman.
Something bad.
Something
bad.
Well, apparently, at the very high level, you'll burn your shit down.
At the very high level, get your ass killed.
Well, no. If you fuck her right, if you fuck her too right, she burning your shit down. If you quit her directly, she keying your shit and crying. And apparently, I ain't got time for that. Y'all are fucking pathetic. Anyway, switching gears. Wait. How you fuck a woman? Okay, wait. I guess what is my first damn question? Okay, how do you know which level? Wait, okay. I got so many questions. How many levels of fucking do you have? I think that's a good first question.
Well, okay, great first question. I would put it on a A, B, C, D, F scale, right?
It's like 6 different levels.
A, B, C, D, F. That's 5.
Okay, I'm sorry.
5 different levels.
There's no E, A, B, C.
No. This is like a grading scale.
Okay, so no E. Okay.
So no E. So you got F, which is like, yeah, you just gave us some whack sex. Like
you
it
just
was,
lay there. You like a pillow queen.
It was bad. I mean, you could do that.
Okay.
Or you just. And everybody's like levels of like my A game might be somebody else's C game. That shit might just be better than me, right? Okay. So, but I'm just speaking of generalities.
And do all you guys have 5 levels of fucking? Like
he only got 3.
Oh
look, ABC. I got gears.
Some got 4. Okay,
I got gears. I got gears, baby. So it's F, which is just pathetic. You wasn't even really trying. Okay. It was like I just want to hit this. I'll never try to hit again, and I'm out.
This is awesome.
Then you get your D level, right?
Okay.
Which is not my best game, not my worst game.
Clearly not, Jen. I've had subpar dick. I got That's right, Jamal.
So then you got the D, right?
Okay.
Which is not the D, the D level. Then you got the C level, average.
What's D level?
D is like it wasn't my best day, but it wasn't my worst. All right?
Wouldn't that be C? But I'm kidding.
No. C is perfectly average, right? Okay. If anybody was to ask you, You and Brian, y'all got
decent.
together. Yeah, it was cool.
was
It was
decent?
good. It was
Okay.
decent. It was decent. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was entertaining.
Okay.
All right. Then you got B, which is like, all right. That was pretty motherfucking. That's pretty motherfucking good.
Okay.
All right. I wanna return that visit plenty of times. And then you got A, which is burn your house down.
Wait, so where's the level when you first have sex with a man and the shit is super fast? What level is that?
Okay, so I'm gonna hold on.
What level is that?
Hold on, now I gotta get my brothers. That's a compliment to the ladies.
That's so full of.
It is.
Lie.
I'm so excited. You feel so good. I'm so excited to be in this situation with you. I can't contain myself. You gotta let that first one. You gotta.
I agree.
Pause on that first
I
one.
am a steadfast. You get 3 times to figure it out.
Thank you.
If by time 3 you ain't figured it out, then we're not gonna make
If
it.
every time, 3 times, 4 times in, I'm
No,
I'm
you
looking
got to
split.
3.
Okay.
You got 3 to
I'm
figure
saying you
it
gotta
out.
throw the first one out, even if it's not quick, even if it's not the best the first time. You gotta throw that. I don't really know you.
It depends on how bad it is.
Yeah. Okay.
I know Jen can chime in here. If it's like atrocious, that shit
atrocious.
is not getting better.
Atrocious. Yes.
Not getting better. It's just not.
No, like it's
First that don't count. That's right. Ever.
It will live in our memory forever, which is fine.
That's fine.
We will never forget that it took you 15 seconds to nut.
That's fine.
Which is barely entering, but I digress.
That's
also
fine.
how long it take you to come back.
That's why I like to grind and nut my shorts first and then we get it.
See, and Gina B was talking about the grind game last couple weeks.
But what I will say, and I see men don't exercise this enough, you guys have to rub one out before you see. You have to
Ineffective.
do that.
Ineffective.
How?
Ineffective. If we're going out on a date,
Okay.
I rub one out. I
the date,
gotta
okay.
meet you, have the date,
Okay.
come back, that's hours later.
So the rubbing one out. Yo, what's up, people? Checking in. Hey, from Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, what up,
Where's
Ivy?
my invite to Costa Rica?
He's so happy. Look, I'd be so frantic when he travels somewhere. No matter what, any motherfucking text or anything to come in, he could just answer the question asked. Hey, yeah, I'm in Costa Rica, but the code is 654. Nigga, I didn't know you was in Costa Rica to tell me the code was 654. You frantic motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
I'm still wondering what's that level, because we didn't talk about the level where
that's trash.
So that's F.
Wait, coming real quick.
Yes.
The first time, no, that's thrown out. That's thrown out.
Not for women, but
That's thrown out.
We'll
You know how
throw
right
them
now in
forever.
schools they let you retake tests and all that shit. I get to retake the test. You gotta throw that one.
guys don't care if you. Yeah, y'all do. You like.
I don't care if you remember as long
Because
as
I
I get.
bet you if I brought it up, you'd be like, oh, shit.
As long as I get another shot.
Fine.
Jen, come on, Jen.
Plus you gotta.
You
plus
can
gotta,
suck
you can-
one out. Stop being lazy.
Like
What?
Jen.
Are you saying I'm being lazy or
Yes.
they being lazy?
Yes.
I'm not sucking your dick the first time. I'm sorry. I have a hard and steadfast rule about that.
So here's okay. I want to come back to that.
Sure.
Here's how men. Let me give you a tip. That's how you get out of that. So
Stop.
you slowed yourself down as much as you could. You came a little fast, right?
Okay.
You still got you got some strokes left before she catches on.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You got some strokes left.
No,
Yes, you do. You got a few strokes before she catches on. Unless you if you then no. But if you want to play it off, you can play it off, play it, tamper it down, and then what you do is you like rub on the shoulder real hard with your face and pretend like your contact came out, and then that pauses everything, right? It don't matter if you wear contacts or not. That's not important. And then you like, oh shit, yeah, I found it. You go, you put your contact back in, whether or not you.
I know I'm not, Teron.
yeah, Teron,
It's
don't
not.
love this
We'll
in
get back to it in a second, but
and
I
then
don't.
and then you come back, y'all have a little laugh about it. Now you ready for round 2.
Y'all got that, and that is a patented technique from Brian Fawcett. That's Joel. Bullshit. First nut. The first nut don't count to y'all.
Respect your own.
Respect your shit like that.
That's right. If my shit gold, it's supposed to come fast. That's right. So take them notes, fellas. I pulled that a few times. That worked. Anyway.
It may not count to y'all, but it definitely will remember it forever.
As long as I get another opportunity.
Alright.
That's all I really care.
Just don't be super trash.
That's
All
all.
right. So back to this.
Go ahead.
The levels,
Uh-huh.
right? We definitely not getting into virgin shit. We're gonna talk about this another time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about it. We gonna do that.
Okay. So Okay, who are the women that get the F? Who are they?
Typically, you try not to give anybody F penis.
Okay, but
Kitty sex.
clearly, clearly give it to someone. Clearly. Is this like the quiet quitting? Is F quietly quitting?
F is I came too quick. I didn't have my best. I didn't have my.
Oh, so that F the first time is an F.
It's an F. Yeah, it's an F.
Oh, okay.
It's an F.
Okay.
And I hope it doesn't get me a non-repeat performance, right? But it's definitely an F. Or I didn't have my game tonight, whatever the case may be.
You were drunk.
I was drunk, so I was off. It is a myriad of things they could get.
Okay.
But I would say in general, you're probably not finding much F penis. Like, it happens. I'm too small for your pleasure, whatever the case may be.
I don't know if that's F, but fine.
I'm just throwing out scenarios under which with which a woman might give an F.
Okay. All right. D. Who are the women who get D?
D women tend to be the ones I'm not worried about having a repeat performance with.
But how do you assess that?
I know that before I have sex with them. You can
educate me, please.
You can. Now this can be changed either which way.
Okay.
I could be like, this is probably a one-hitter quitter,
okay.
And then be like, oh snap, that's pretty damn good. I might have to revisit this.
Okay, but you go into it knowing it could be.
Yeah, I'm not trying that it could be meh. I don't know what a sex game is going to be like, but I know my interest level in her is minimal, and I probably only want to hit this. Probably not anything. Only her sex game could make me want to have a revisit. Her personality has not borne my interest any further.
Damn, that's fucked up.
It happens.
Poor hoes. What? For those of you who don't care, please know we tell. Yes, that's true about your whack.
Can we have this distracted from our conversation?
The BDR is reported within 12 hours.
This is why you don't want to have. That's right. You don't want to have a BDR. You don't want to have a bad dick report.
Actually, it's within 2 hours. If I'm being totally transparent, that text is going out to the masses. Mm-hmm. You have to put out the.
That's what I'm. So I agree. This is where. But if I'm really not worried about a repeat performance or anybody you're gonna tell, you're gonna get the D game, and the D game is satisfactory enough where you're not gonna dog me, but you're not gonna like co-sign me to your girls either.
I don't think a D game would. I think D would end up on the BDR if I'm being quite frank.
That's fine.
Because it's like, meh. It's kind of like a.
That's fine.
All right, so we figured out D.
C. C game is I'm still okay, so C game could be a lot of things. But we're talking about intentional. We're talking about intentionality.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm saying with these women who get these different
C game gets I'm not quite sure where this is moving.
How so? Like you're dating her and you don't
So
know
we hanging out.
Yet?
I like you. I don't know if I like you that much.
Okay.
I don't wanna give you my best efforts, because then you might fall in love with him. So you getting the I know. No penis would ever make me fall in love. That's bullshit. Girls get sprung all the time. Let's not act like y'all don't. And I'm not. It is very arrogant for us to think that if I give you my best, you're gonna be falling in love. But that's how men work. So you're gonna get very average.
I'm gonna let the women in the comments handle that.
That's fine. Women can say whatever they want. I'm telling you how men think of it.
Okay, that's fine.
And you have been sprung?
Not off of one time.
I didn't say one time. Have you ever been sprung?
We need to clarify the question.
The question is very simple. Have you ever been sprung?
Off the sex?
Yes.
No. I was sprung off the person.
That's too bad.
No.
That's unfortunate.
Anytime I've been sprung, it's because of how I felt about the person.
That's unfortunate. Anyway.
I've never slept with somebody who was like, man, the sex is so good, I must keep you. No, I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Well, that's good. I'll keep you around, but it's never that deep.
When all
I see you when all else fails. Wait, no, we can't give them their we have to listen to.
Listen
so
to
we can find out what kind of sex we invoke. Mm-hmm. All right. So what is C again?
So C, I'm not sure where we are. I like you. I don't like you that much. I'm interested. I'm not overly interested. I want to keep you around, but I don't want you getting too invested. So we're gonna have some good sex. Not great, not amazing. Good.
Okay. B. I feel like most of y'all gonna fall in the C and B area. Okay.
Shit, I'm gonna fall in the D and F. But anyway, that's not beyond.
D and F, goddamn.
That's beyond this. So yes, B is I'm into you. I'm feeling this. Our sexual chemistry is rocking. right? Like, I'm going to pull out most of the tricks of the trade to ensure you and I are having the best experience we can have. Okay. Not every trick, most tricks.
Okay,
most tricks.
I'm so curious how this plays into a marriage, but that's gonna be my question next.
Okay.
A
game is I'm pulling out all them Universal Circus in this motherfucker. I'm a 3-ring master. Every little trick I got, every little nuance I know, everything I've learned about you, I'm pulling all the stops out. Because you brought that out of me in a myriad of ways.
Come on, Shontelle Cap. Sorry, it's true.
It's true.
Anybody if I've ever been obsessed with you, that explains a lot. Fuck you, Teron.
So A game. That's the best I got. That's the best you get.
Who's getting A?
That's Anita Baker. Giving you the best.
Who gets A? Who are these women?
Who gets an A game? Plenty of them actually.
But who does she have to be to you? Is you only giving your A to your wife? Like, how does this work?
What if you're not married?
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Like, who gets the A? Is this just girlfriend dick? Like, who is this person?
The person that brings it out in you. It could be your side piece. It could be somebody you just fucking. It could be whoever. But if they bringing out that piece of you, if the sex is that motherfucking crazy, if the connection is that passionate, that's what brings it out. A title is irrelevant.
It always comes back to the women. It's fucking ridiculous.
Wait, what's wrong with
But are you pulling out? Ooh.
Why am I pulling out? I got a condom on. Fucking dirty dick ass.
Can I say what you say about condoms?
Go ahead.
That you prefer to use them because it gives you another 2 or 3 strokes.
That's right. Condoms give me another 2 or 3 minutes. I said, not strokes. Damn right.
Oh my God. Okay. So many questions. All right. So, like, if you're in a relationship,
mm-hmm.
and obviously if you're in a relationship, this is somebody you care about, somebody
Absolutely.
you're very much so into.
Mm-hmm.
Do you only give them the A? Do you like slide back and forth between like A, B, and C?
It depends on the relationship. How long you been in a relationship? You can't. Nobody's giving that A effort every time. That's just impossible.
Some days you tired.
Yeah, some days you ain't got it. You ain't got all that A energy.
Okay.
But you still want to be intimate with your person, so they might get the B or the C game that day.
Okay. Do you ever give that person the F game?
Never the F game.
Unless you're drunk.
Not even then. Don't even be that drunk.
Really?
Don't even be that drunk.
Kingdom is over here just fascinated.
Don't even get it.
I don't believe in D's and F's.
I heard that, Kingdom. I said, fuck that bullshit.
It is what it is.
That means they got you if you raw dogging and not pulling out. That means you want to get them pregnant in my mind.
Right.
If you're not pulling out, that is your whole intention is to get that woman pregnant.
Right.
If they a side piece, they are not an A. Well, apparently, Ursula, the side piece, depending on how she brings it out of you, can get the A.
You worried about the title. The title means nothing.
Yes. It apparently, again, like all things, right? Women control it.
To be honest, if we keep it at 100,
yeah.
Shit, I might not be on this show again. Let's keep it 100. The side piece might get the A game and the wife might get the C game. Keeping it 100.
You just blew my mind.
If we keep it at 100, the side piece might bring out things that the wife now takes for granted that the side piece does not.
That would actually, okay. Don't shoot me, women, okay? Don't shoot me. I just am thinking through what he just said. That actually makes sense, right? Because what is the point of the side chick if she just going to be a replica of the wife? She needs to be stepping it up and above the wife. Because why else are you here?
And you don't think men appreciate that? Of course we do.
Well, that's the entire point of a side chick. The fuck your lazy ass doing if you not super... That should... If I was a side chick... I'm not. But if I was, I can be very highly competitive about sex. And that would be my entire mission if I was a side chick, is to outdo anybody else. Actually, I take that kind of ideology regardless of who I'm fucking. I want to be number one.
Why is that only if you was the side chick? Why don't you bring that into every relationship?
Because, okay, so I am in a relationship. You giving up? So I'm in a relationship, right? For him, I want to be number one out of everybody that's not there that ever had, right?
Uh-huh.
But if I'm a side chick, I know there's direct competition. So I would even be even more like primal about it, because I know those bitches are there. I know you fucking them the next day. I would want me to be seared in your mind. You fucking tucking that bitch and you just like, ooh, I wish Shontelle was here. That's the kind of motherfucker I am.
What? Again, I'll ask. Why is there not all this passion, even if you don't think there's
because the people in the past, I'm really fighting a memory at that point.
No, what you fighting is
a memory.
No. The side bitches to come. The side bitches to be.
I ain't worried about them. But
therein lies the problem. Like she's quietly quitting. Goddamn right, Rod. You're quietly quitting. I ain't worried about them. You know why you're not worried about them?
I'm not worried about them.
You should be. That same intensity and energy that you do and all that is how you stave off.
But I've already said I already have that intensity, making sure the memory of bitches gets more and more recessed in the back of your mind.
But you just said that you don't put the same veracity into it when you don't have any direct competition.
Well, I guess have a side bitch and then I'll step it up even more than I. Okay. She's staying in her lane. Look. Okay. I am competitive when it comes to sex. It is what it is. If I know that, it's like anything, right? If you know you have competition, but you can't see the competition, you're going to have one level of intensity. But if you can see the competition, I'm going to have a higher level. Because they're there. They're in my face. They're on my tail. I can see them. They're there all the time. It's the nature of being a human. It's like if you hear a dog, right? You hear a dog. You can't see it.
Right.
You can't tell how close or far it is, but you hear a dog. You gonna run at one speed. But if you see that motherfucker right behind you, you gonna run a different speed.
I get that. I completely get what you're saying. I'm going to say this. You're not going to see the side bitches. Those motherfuckers move like ghosts.
Well, obviously.
They are in it.
But you don't think motherfuckers know you have a side chick. Like, you don't. Y'all are dumb. Of course they know.
I'm not saying you don't always. I'm saying sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Well, yes, you can't always know.
Keep encouraging men to beat one off every time.
What I'm saying is you should just know that threats consistently lurk around your man.
Shit.
Period.
Sounds exhausting.
Point blank. I'm not saying worry about it.
But you are telling me to worry about it.
I'm saying be conscious of it. And if you if you know he got another, if he dating several people, right? You know he got other people he dating. And
that's different. That's direct competition.
That's direct what I'm saying is you've always got direct competition. Don't ever sleep that you don't. You always got direct competition.
Fine.
It's just not, they just not stand next to you saying, hey, I'm also fucking your man.
Sorry, baby. I guess I got to step it up.
Step it up? That same intensity. Eye of the tiger.
The time?
I'm not saying every time. That's what I was saying about A game. You can't bring your A game every time.
But apparently I need to bring it all the time. In a
long-standing relationship, that's just not realistic.
It's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. What I'm saying though is you're saying there's this primal competitive edge that comes out of you that puts you in another space, right? You need to be doing that same shit at least once a week.
Okay.
Look, especially in the beginning.
I'm not gonna argue about it.
Especially in the beginning.
At the beginning, you absolutely.
Y'all just started fucking.
Yeah, but again, even at the beginning, you can't sustain A. It's gonna slide between A and B, and maybe C sometimes. It's gonna slide between A and B.
Yeah. I don't even want your A game all the time. That's just exhausting. If I'm being 100% honest, I don't want your A game. I don't want your A game every time. That's exhausting.
Well, if I'm giving, let's just for instance, right? If I'm giving you the A game all the time, doesn't that ultimately become the B game because
that's the bar?
Yeah, that's the bar. Or the C game, like that's the bar. It's like where do you go from here?
If you can't up it, that's just the A game. That just is what it is. If that's your best, that is what it is.
But what if they best is?
It's bad.
It's a C.
It's just a C.
It's a C.
Well,
damn.
And that's why I said it's not. Everybody's different. Mm-hmm. My A game might be somebody's F game. My F game might be somebody's A game. It all depends.
Nobody's F game is their A game. No one's.
Who knows? I don't know. It might be
nobody's F game is their A game.
No. Their F game.
Some niggas ain't got no.
Then they just failures. They're just
what I'm saying is their F game might be my best efforts. I'm being dramatic about it, but I'm just saying it all depends on the person and the person you're with and the chemistry and all that good stuff, right? So there's no like this is the definitive A game.
Put up Jamal's comment. I don't know how this equates to being crazy. That literally, I don't know how that lands me being crazy. So what is the argument about women aren't crazy? Then Shontelle explains competitive sex. What does that have to do with being crazy? I didn't say I kill your shit after I fuck you.
No. He's right.
That's not crazy.
He's right.
Y'all
That's a little
ridiculous.
That's a little off kilter. If you just peel back the onion to what you just said. If you say what you said was, I'm gonna repeat it to you.
I know what I said.
I'm gonna repeat it to you so maybe you can hear how crazy it sounds from somebody else's mouth.
Okay.
I'm having sex with you.
Okay.
I know you're having sex with somebody else.
Okay.
My crazy ass gonna make sure this the best that I'ma sear my sex in your brain because I'm competitive. I want to make sure that chick can't compete with me. Say what kind of what? That sounds a little crazy.
The pay it forward sex.
The what? Paying forward sex. Explain, Kingdom.
I call it paying forward sex because I'm in a committed relationship. We just not married. But if I get old to the point that Jimmy don't work no more, I want her to still love me enough that I paid for it enough that we can manage the relationship.
he paid what he said. He's put it down so many years. He's paid forward on Jimmy
equity
getting out.
in it.
That's right. He's built equity in his broken penis.
So she has it in her mind. Like I remember when he was fucking this shit out of me.
I remember how good it used to be.
Right. There you go. I ain't lying. I call it paying forward.
All right, so I'm coining that phrase. I'm paying forward sex.
All right, fine.
I don't see how that's.
I'm crazy though.
I don't see how that's crazy, but fine. Y'all gonna make every woman crazy with shit that don't even make sense. But all right, that's
crazy.
If that's me being crazy, I think that's the kind of crazy motherfuckers want.
Hold on.
Good crazy.
That's the good crazy that gets us messed up.
Mm-hmm.
If, like I said, if that's crazy, that's the crazy y'all want.
Listen, hold on. Let me tell you something. I've told you this, I'm sure. Crazy.
You absolutely said that.
It is.
It's not if. It's when your dick will stop working. That Jen is correct.
Will.
It will. There's no unless you die before it goes away.
That's why they got pills.
Everybody can't take pills. It messes with your heart.
I don't take pills.
Let me tell you, I'm not because
you're also not 90 years old.
What I'm saying, listen, hold on.
54.
So you all talk about women make when you get married, men's health expectancy and life expectancy increases, right?
That don't mean your dick
no,
works longer.
What I'm telling you is this: if me giving up my T-bone steak makes me live an extra 3 years, fuck them 3 years.
Wrong. Veganism is the cure.
Is the cure, right? If giving up that steak, I don't want to live them 3 years.
Shit.
If I can't have sex,
Kevin tell you about those pills.
I'm saying,
she ain't
hey, that's a whole.
She not wrong.
Let me tell you, Kevin Samuels died in a good place according to what I heard. If I can't have sex, and the pills gonna fuck up my heart, then I don't want to live.
It wasn't even in the middle. It was afterwards. He was laying there dying.
After what?
From what we understand, after having sex.
If I gotta
we
go,
don't know if he came. We just know we was having sex.
If I gotta go,
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, we're gonna talk about these virgins.
We're gonna need like another 15 minutes to talk about it.
Come on, what are you talking about?
Kingdom, did we figure out how to run that clip or no?
He ain't thought about that shit. He been listening to us.
All right, so
fuck that clip.
Just to give some context to the audience, Brian sent me a clip of a white woman. You gonna try to play it?
Hey, we're gonna try to play it real. Let's see if it works.
Let's try and see if we can make it work.
Let's see one more time. Give us a second, y'all.
Okay. Share. Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. Oh
yeah, that's a whole nother problem. All right, so never mind.
Never mind. Anyway, short synopsis. There's these two white women talking. One white woman is going on and on about how women are ungrateful because many, many moons ago, we used to be virgins and virginity matters to men. So now we're just ungrateful bitches because by the time they get us, we're all used up. And the one thing that men care about, we no longer have. Would that be a good synopsis of what she said?
Fair enough. Close enough, yes.
That's what I understood.
What she said was,
Go for it.
The way I heard it,
Mm-hmm.
she said that
Oh, I could probably play it actually.
Oh, you probably could play
probably
play
could.
just say to play the sound. Yeah, you
I
could just play
the sound.
Just play.
I thought I could play the sound.
That's all right. Just play it in the mic real fast.
Where the fuck is it? Cause I don't want to get the shit wrong. Oh, of course now the internet don't want to work. It was playing out early.
They're and they.
Can they hear that though?
I don't think they can hear.
I don't think they can hear that.
Crazy how men built the world
Oh my god, it's buffering.
for us, and then we shit on them as a thank you. None of us are virgins anymore. Men value purity and youth, right? And they're not getting that anymore. So do you think it's a fair deal for men when they're not getting that to be monogamous to us, to comprise on their mating strategy when we don't fulfill theirs because we're not virgins anymore? And like the truth is, modern women are less pure than they've ever been. And we're older than we've ever been. So I'm asking, do you think that's a fair deal for men when they have to be more and more less? Young virgins, that's the ideal. Just like our ideal is like rich men. Saying now in today's day and age, like women have higher standards than ever, but bring less to the table than ever. We're older, we've slept with more people, and we have less loyalty because we're the ones leaving them. So I'm saying, do you think that's a fair deal for men?
I guess we'll start with that question. Is that a fair deal for men?
So, talk that talk, Beck. That's right.
I'm surprised at you, Jamal. I thought you were more involved than that.
Susan has some jewels right there.
Is that her name?
I don't know. I'm just making that shit
Okay.
up. Becky,
Susan,
Jane,
Carol,
whatever.
Meredith.
Meredith.
It's gonna be every name.
I actually really like Meredith. She's right, in a way. Now, you all do bring more to the table, financially, professionally, sure. But I'm gonna be honest. Most men don't give a shit about none of that. Most men couldn't care about your degree. Most men couldn't care about how much money you make. Most men couldn't care about your accomplishments. We simply don't give a fuck about most of that. I do. Most men.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
I do. Most men don't. So, what we value is your consistency, your appearance, and your purity. And
Can
the water
define purity, real quick?
lack of multiple dicks in your vagina. And most of you all don't bring that to the table anymore.
So many questions. I don't know where to start.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
so how many bodies? Thank you for walking me into that question. What you all? I really expect more from our audience.
I
You
don't know
all
why.
are really failing me right now.
I don't know why.
What is too many?
We've had this conversation before.
Okay, well,
So
we here again.
So
Let's
I
go.
won't dive too deep into this. It really depends on the person. That's very subjective.
All right, I need the men in the comments. I need some numbers because
But here's what
I'm data driven. I need like a number.
Here's the
Is
issue.
Too many?
Here's the issue is what she said though.
Okay.
Remember the aim many eons ago was a virgin.
I feel like it still kind of is, but okay.
Still kind of is. So as close to virginity as possible is the goal.
Okay.
So if you are everybody you put on your belt, which is why you all are conscious of it. Let's not act like it's just us.
Yeah.
Every notch you put on your belt puts you further away from that ideal.
Right. Okay.
So
I don't disagree. I'm not arguing.
So
this
her
regard.
argument was, if you're moving further away from what we really consider an ideal woman, is it fair that now your standards keep going up and up and up, but what we want keeps going down and down and down from what you offer? You all think what you're offering is what we want. No, what you're offering is what you want, not what we want.
But you want virgins. So here becomes 2 is too many if I know you prior. Wow. That's frightening. Okay, so let's say women, obviously not women like me, right? Because it's too late for me, right? But let's say somehow all the women coming up, all the 16, 17, 18-year-olds,
Mm-hmm.
right? They all make this pact
Mm-hmm.
that they're going to be virgins, right?
Mm-hmm.
My question becomes,
Mm-hmm.
who y'all fucking?
The ones that break the pact. Because some of y'all always going to break the pact.
So
The reason y'all are in the position you're in right now is because you all can't get together and make a decision as a unified front.
what position is that?
Lesser than men. You all are smarter than us. You're more beautiful than us. You really should be running this planet. But you can't, and you don't, and you won't. And you know why? Because you can't get the fuck along. So, if everybody came together and planned it, and all the 16-year-olds said, we're not going to have sex till we get married, 35% of y'all gonna be like, that's what them bitches thinking. I'm gonna get this men, and these men's gonna want me because I'm giving out this booty and I'm breaking the pack.
So, I feel like you all are talking out of both ends of your asses. So you want virgins.
I didn't say we wanted that. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen.
But this is kind of what this discussion is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want as close to virginity as possible.
Sure.
So in effect, you want a virgin, right? Right?
Sure.
So, but you want to fuck.
Sure.
Can you see kind of the Kingdom shaking his head? I don't see how what I'm saying doesn't make sense. Can you kind of see the issue with this conversation?
Yeah. What I'm saying is, I understand every woman can't be that, so I will fuck around with the ones that have already thrown that out the window.
So you just fuck old bitches.
And I will seek the one that has not permanently.
This is so very bizarre. Okay, all right, and what? So many questions. I don't even know what to do about. So, what do you? Why virgin? Like why? I actually had a conversation with somebody about this, and his reasoning was because you can train them, which you can train any woman you're fucking, quite frankly. So that was a very interesting and odd statement. But really, this is about the male ego, right? The more dicks you have, the more opportunity you have to compare him to somebody, which is something he said, right? He was like, then there's nobody to compare me to. So your ass fucking sucks. That poor girl's not going to ever know it because she's only fucked you. So this is really about saving your own ego.
Partially, sure. That could be part of it. It's also about decision making.
Tell me more.
If you've made poor decisions with your vagina, how can I take you serious as a person?
Oh my God.
Just keeping it real.
You're just saying this shit to be a flag.
I'm not. I'm being dead serious.
There's no way you believe.
If you've made bad decisions with your vagina, if I can look at your sexual history and be like, you fucked with him and him and him, it's clearly something triggering wrong with you.
What? I don't want a virgin. If you have me in the friend zone and I see you fuck 2 or more lovers, that's too losers. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry. That's too many.
So I'll even say this: virgin is extreme. I don't really know if I want a virgin because I don't want anybody that's got.
Women gave the coochie to all the wrong men.
I don't want anybody
How is that wrong?
That has zero experience.
See, we all feel that.
I'm telling you,
This
we
is
want our wives to
horrifying.
be close as possible to virtuous. That's right. Nobody really know. That means you valued your vagina. I want somebody that valued their vagina.
You clearly don't, because you're fucking the ones who fuck.
I don't want.
Clearly not. And I dare any of y'all to sit here and tell me the woman y'all with, because all you motherfuckers got women, that you would have this fucking conversation with them. And if you say you would, you're a fucking liar.
You say want to fuck and want to be with her, two totally different things.
This is an insane, not true. What's not true, Teron?
That's true too. Hold on. Can it be about health? Agreed. It's not health.
Can it? Girl, Ursula, this is not about their motherfucking health. Girl, stop. This ain't got shit to do with their fucking health. This 1000% has to do with their ego.
I'm OCD.
It can be about health.
But it's not.
This is part of the poor decision making.
This is a bullshit. This is not about your health.
You keep throwing your
throwing
your vagina on the roulette wheel. I don't believe in your decision making process. If you don't,
I don't know if she wants us to know that, but thank you for sharing, Jamal.
Thank you, Jamal.
Like, thanks.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's accurate, but we go.
We're not marrying them. Ooh.
But
how unfortunate for them.
My point is, we want you, as this has been said by the fellas, we want you as virtuous as possible. If you don't value your vagina, why am I valuing it?
This is I don't even know what question. I didn't say I don't understand. I'm more horrified that in 2022 you all are still holding these incredibly archaic positions.
You all are still holding the same ones that you've been holding since the beginning of time.
Which are what?
I want a tall man. I want a man with money. I want a man with status. I want a man with this. I want a man that got the freshest horse-drawn carriage. Now you want the man with the freshest ride, right? Yeah, none of your shit has ever changed. But what you bring to the table or don't bring to the table has changed.
Right.
Okay.
So how was
That's fair.
So
you want to know as far Wait, what?
Shut the babies out. He just brought this. So what my white sister said was, all the things you all want in relationships have always wanted, have always craved, have always desired, have not changed.
Being able to be protected. And cared for. Yes.
Cared for, kept, provided, all that shit. None of that's changed.
Okay. But
everything we've desired over the course of time, you all have fucking abandoned. And then you want
looking good?
Like to appreciate.
Because I feel like women still try to look good for y'all.
They look good for other women.
They look.
That's
good.
not 100% accurate.
You and say something to you, you frown up. Fuck he looking at you. Come out the house with no bra on.
How about you on this jag?
I'm telling you, you women special, man. Y'all crazy. Where it's at?
I don't know about all that.
What is happening here?
I'm not co-signing that one.
I'm just
but
saying, they don't.
Yes, you all do try to. You all do try to look good for us. I get it.
Oh, thank you. I'm not also saying that we don't try to
look good for other.
We try to outdo the other women for sure, but it's mostly to attract men. What was the argument about women? This was back to me.
Don't let him bait you. Do not let him bait you. So I'm saying
whatever.
Everything you've ever desired has not changed, and everything we've ever desired has been thrown out the window.
That's not
except
true.
for y'all looking good. Now y'all will go out of your way to look good,
and
for us, the crazy butt lifts and all that.
Sometimes kill themselves trying to be Susie homemakers and having these babies. But they tried though, right?
Can't sew.
Can't sew? Who the fuck is sewing in 2022?
Somebody, motherfucker. I got this right. My pants need to be hemmed. That never went away.
Wait a minute, King.
You rather throw away some clothes because instead of sew.
You give a fuck if your woman sews.
I sew.
Okay, then you probably
hold on. I do want to address this. I'll never understand 40-something still having this conversation. Age has
I agree.
Zero. This is some more woman cop out shit, by the way. You think just because we've hit a certain age, we're not supposed to care how many people you fucked? No. Sorry. No. That's trash. That's trash.
Being politically correct. How? What on earth is about this conversation is remotely politically correct?
Yeah, I don't even like this whole cop out because you'll never hear a man saying this.
Saying what?
I don't know why people this age are having this conversation. Some men will say that to appease their women. Or so they can seem like they like cool women so they can get some more pussy. I know what men doing when they doing that shit.
So
age has nothing to do with this. Your poor decision making at 20 or 40 needs to be discussed.
Okay, so I got a question I already know the answer to, but I've asked this dumb shit anyway. Let's say 20-year-old Brian found a virgin.
He was the man, by the way. Go ahead.
Okay, fine. He finds a virgin. Or 25-year-old Brian, right?
Okay.
Finds a virgin, marries her, deflowers her. Does her purity guarantee you won't fuck around on her?
Nothing guarantees that I won't fuck.
Then what is the motherfucking point of me maintaining my damn purity if I still have to deal with that shit?
You got to deal with relationship drama no matter what.
Does
my providing for you in every way, shape, and form, emotionally, sexually, financially, guarantee you won't cheat on me?
If it's a virgin, probably so.
But period. Virgin or not.
Well, the conversation is about virgins.
I'm asking the question.
No.
Nothing's guaranteed is my point.
Then I repeat my question. This woman maintains her virginity until she meets you and you deflower her, right? Then why did she do it?
So she could get the type of band she wanted to get?
Which is a cheater?
I mean, nothing guarantees faithfulness. So that's not a fair comparison.
How?
Just because I'm not saying that I would, I'm not saying that I wouldn't. You don't know what the future holds. My full intention is not to, but that's whoever I marry. That's whoever I get with.
You're not getting 45-year-old.
We're not. Yeah, virgins. No. This is a
I would agree.
Abstract conversation.
There are some.
Women aren't out here being homemakers anymore. That's true. They want to go out all the time. Who are y'all dating? Who are y'all dating?
No, I agree with that. At 40-something, we're not. You're not getting.
Look at Instagram. They take pictures of everything they eat.
You're not getting age. You're not getting a virgin at this age. I'm not saying that.
That's not happening.
What I'm saying is, you can't be out here making bad decisions with your vagina. That's all I'm saying. If you out here 45 and you didn't have sex with 120 men, here's
the interesting thing, right? You said making bad decisions with your vagina. What's the guarantee Yes, I am stuck because this is fucking ridiculous. What is the guarantee?
That ain't why most women ain't keep your flower in your... Look.
Girl, that's some facts.
Most women ain't choosing to remain single. They just ain't got no man. And then they want to put it on chose. No, you didn't get chose. That's why you single. Let's keep it 100.
Oh my God, the getting chose conversation. I don't have enough energy to go down that path. What was I about to fucking say?
I'm just talking shit, but I mean it.
I just lost my fucking train of thought. I don't even know what the fuck I was gonna say. I completely lost my train of thought.
Yeah, you weren't saying nothing important.
Clearly not. So, ladies, what did we learn? That basically all us old, slutty, washed up bitches should feel relieved that some poor man took
pity on you.
Oh, I remember my question. I remember what I was about to say now. Why is it if you get married as a virgin, that's a good decision? You could be an ain't shit ass husband. You could be beating our ass. How is that a good decision?
That could you keep
choosing a man just because you a virgin.
You keep equating virginity with decision making and getting a man.
But you keep saying stop making bad decisions with your vagina. That's just because you keep your virginity and give it to a dude does not mean giving it to that dude is still not a bad decision.
Agreed. These are not absolutes. What I'm saying is, if you keep
making bad decisions,
if you continuously keep making bad decisions and keep passing your vagina out to these no good dudes.
And that's the other thing.
Not only is it a bad for your body count if and when people care about that. And I'm not even stuck on that so much. I'm more stuck on you fuck with that dude and you fuck with that dude and you fuck with that dude. Nah, you're a poor decision maker. You can't have my checkbook. You clearly.
So what did we learn, ladies? Keep your body count to yourself. That is the ultimate thing I get from it.
No, here's what the end game of this should be.
I have no rebuttal for that because I don't do that.
Here's what the end game of that should be.
And back to Kingdom's point, right? You don't know. You could be fucking one. You don't necessarily know who's in what circle. If you're not meeting them in the same place at the same time, you could find out 10 years later they were BFFs in grammar school. Like you don't know.
And let's be 100% frank too. Particularly if we talk about Chicago. Right. Chicago's a big small town, right? It's the biggest small town in the world. Black folk that can read is a small circle. If you date long enough, you're gonna have some crossing of the swords. It's unavoidable. But this is the point, the real point. I don't care about how many people you had. To be frank, I'm sparking this for conversation and talk shit. I don't mean half the shit I just said. I do mean some of it.
Thank you for admitting that.
Yeah, I was just being conversational just to fuck with y'all and keep this conversation fresh. But the point of what she was saying that I do agree with is, if we have adjusted what we expect, what we want, and what we receive from women over the years,
okay,
why have you all not adjusted?
See, this is where we diverge, because I think women have adjusted.
How so?
We like to. That's not necessarily true. Women should be able to cook, clean, and sew his brain. Screw his brains out, and she doesn't want to fall in it. Wait, damn it! I can't read. He doesn't want to fall in it. I don't have my glasses on.
You keep your thought going.
I want your muscles tight. Well, get a fucking Kegel ball. Like Jesus, get some vaginal tightening. Like, these are very easily solutioned issues.
How expensive is that, buddy? No, I don't know.
I should know the answer to that.
All right, go ahead though. How have you changed? How have your?
Because I just don't look. I get that there isn't a number of women who want men to meet certain expectations. I will take it back. I think all women have a certain expectation level for men, right? As far as their finances, as far as their careers, as far as their want for family, wealth building, all this shit.
All those things you've always wanted.
I think most women abandon that. And we know these women who are dating these dudes who either half in their career or just broke and playing video games. We act like these women are outliers, and that's just not true. There's a sizable number of them that abandon what they want because it's been so long since they have a man, and then they just get a man that's just to have a man. So no, I don't think.
You think that's a sizable portion?
I think that's a number. I would
disagree. There's enough. That's true. There's some.
There's a number.
I don't think in our demographic,
Well, we're in a particularly special demographic.
I'm speaking to our demographic.
Okay.
I can't speak to the chick that is a secretary and her man. She got Jody dropping off at work every day, and while he goes sell dresses out the trunk. I can't speak to that demographic,
Okay.
and I don't think that's the demographic that's watching.
Okay.
To our demographic, that's not the case.
I don't think that's
Most
true.
of the time.
I don't think that's true.
Vast majority of the time. What degreed 6-figure making woman do you know that's got a Jody?
I've known some that's had a Jody. They've gotten rid of their Jody after many, many moons.
How old were they when they got that Jody?
20-something?
Yeah, bad decisions in your 20s. I get that.
Yeah, but they kept... I'm not going to say it's a bad decision. It's a choice. They kept making that choice for like 15 years.
It's bad decisions.
Kept making that choice.
Yeah.
I'm being careful with my words intentionally.
Okay. I'm not even going to push it then. What I'm saying is I don't think that most women with degrees that are professional, that are out in this world doing that thing, are settling for Jodies. Now, they might
and
be...
maybe not even Jody.
They might be settling for less financially stable men than they might have in the past, because you all bring more stability to the table. So I will grant you that maybe that's shifted some, but I will also argue that that's settling, and that most of them, given their druthers, would not choose to live that life.
And I won't even say they go with broke dudes, right? But some women do settle, and eventually they're like, look, I'm not going to have a man who's going to take care of me. Like, that's financially, that's just not going to happen. So if you are making $60,000 and I'm making $250, I'll make that work. There are some women who do that. There's a number of women who do that.
You know some women that do this?
I do.
How many?
I mean, I don't have that many friends, so it's not like I'm going to say 200. But I know a number.
You know a two?
I had a friend who was taking care of her husband. He worked nothing, and she made 6 figures. And he stayed at home playing video games. I do know this.
From jump? Or did he lose his job and then kind of did a Lawrence insecure thing?
Or was he a Mr. Mom?
He was never, no, he was not a Mr. Mom. He never, even when he worked, was not making, like, great money. It was always, like, not
Was she
great
always
money.
making great money?
Well, she went to school, so obviously not at first. They met in, like, high school.
Well, see, that's different. That's different.
But they got together, they broke up, weren't together for, like, 7 years, and then got back together.
They had a history, and when they got together, he was doing whatever he was doing, and she wasn't making 6 figures yet. And she grew and kept on, and then they got married, and he kind of stayed stagnant, and she grew into making 6 figures.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, you all aren't making $250,000 and decide you're gonna marry a dude that makes 50. You're just not doing that.
Look,
I'm not saying period.
a lot of women.
I'm not saying period. I'm painting with a very broad brush. Most of y'all aren't doing that though.
All right, that's fine. We're gonna pause this. What is that user? I tell you something about. We aren't adjusted because we are staying true to the game. If we change too much, then we as women and a community are losing. Quite frankly, see, Moody, I have no idea who you are, but I feel like we're already losing, quite frankly.
Losing? What are you losing? What are you losing?
That's a complicated answer. I don't think I can just answer that in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think you could. Come on,
boil it down. I think a lot of women end up in relationships that they aren't fulfilled by.
Hold on. I hate when women do this on Facebook or Instagram, but I'm gonna do it right now. I think a lot of people are in relationships they aren't fulfilled by.
You asked me about women.
Sorry, you're right. Go ahead.
But I think and that's part of the selling, right? They end up in relationships they're unfulfilled by, i.e. my friend and his wife, because of ego, because of how they look being 50 and single. Like, we as women get caught up in that. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. And I've always said this, and I want to have a conversation with women about this, how we just really negate our achievements because there's not some man laying in a bed waiting for us at home. It's really unfortunate that we take that kind of ideology on.
Agreed. I think it is, and it's been this male-dominated culture where marriage and a man
that made no sense. Okay, well, unfortunate for you.
Is your end game, right?
Yeah.
Like the end game to your happiness. You're
Yeah.
right. And it's not for us.
Yeah.
The way society deems it.
Even the world settle is problematic because if I make 6 figures and she makes 30, I am allowed to say,
Jim,
as a man,
in that case, we're not settling. We're raising the woman up.
If that's not what you want, and you just say, all right, I'm just gonna deal with it, that is in effect settling. But y'all, according to Brian, don't give a shit about money. But y'all will settle for looks. Y'all won't go after y'all won't get a woman as pretty as you want, but you'll settle and say, she home, she good enough, let's go. That's settling. Y'all don't settle the same ways we do, but y'all do fucking settle. Nice try, though.
Facts.
All right, we've been here too goddamn long. Don't you got something to say? We been fucking talking about virgins.
We've been all over the map. That's great. That's been great. It's been fun. It's been fun. Listen, I did want to say as we sign off that this will be my last show on this channel as it stands. I will pop in from time to time and guest host, but I will not be a weekly host of In the Zone podcast on Wednesdays anymore. There is some news coming. I will be doing a Saturday show every week, and Shontelle will be taking over this particular channel. The In the Zone brand is expanding. We're gonna make this more of a network as opposed
Jamal
to a
is
show.
Over there pulling his hair out like, no, it'd be girly topics.
I will pop in and make sure that this does not go too far, of course. But we are expanding the brand. We are making this a network, and bigger things to come in the future. Not with just In the Zone, but some partnerships we're building as well. I want to say thank you all. It's been over 2 years that I've been doing this Wednesday podcast. It has been amazing. I've had an amazing time. And Sean is more than capable of carrying the mantle while I go off and branch off another channel of the In the Zone podcast. Again, I'm not going away 100%. We are just expanding the repertoire of the things we discuss and talk about in the days we're on. Hopefully, one day we'll be on 7 days a week, and B-Falls can't be on 7 days a week. So, for the sanity of my family and other things I got going on, I am going to step away from this particular channel and build other channels, and hopefully you tune into those as well. So, but I'm leaving you in more than capable hands. Shontelle has got this, and like I said, whenever I think this is going off the rails too tough, I'll be popping back in to get her back in line.
Lord have mercy. I'm sad to see you go. You know, this is one of my favorite days of the week to come in.
Mine too.
Argue with you for, an hour and a half. Woohoo! Bring the fuck. You know what? Leave that up there. So, I'm sad to see you go. I will admit there is a part of me that's a bit nervous. But I also know you wouldn't have handed this over to me if you didn't think I could take it. And we have a great audience, right?
Take it.
We have a great audience. So, yeah. I am going to continue to bring the fuck shit. We'll have some serious topics on occasion.
Absolutely.
We will continue to have the Fight Be False segment whenever he decides to show his face. But I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. I am always open to any topics. Please don't come and tell me you want financial advice. We're not doing that type of shit. We want topics that you guys like to watch. Whether it's fuck shit, whether it's social commentary, we definitely want to talk about what you guys want to hear. So,
and remember, this show is not just about. We do dive into relationships a lot because that seems to be what you all like. But this isn't just about that, right? We do the drafts, we do political commentary. We talked about sexual abuse. We've really run education, inequities. We've run the gamut on a lot of topics. But we do try to keep it a little lighthearted, a little more fun. Because the world is serious enough as it is, and you don't need one more heavy thing on your head. But
I agree.
But when things do get serious, and we do need to have conversations, In the Zone is here for that. We will have them. But just because I'm not here, don't not tune in, don't not support. I know a lot of you all started watching because of me, but hopefully you have fallen in love with Shontelle, our guest, our studio, the topics we discussed. This is bigger than Nino Brown. This is bigger than Nino Brown. It's bigger than B-False. And I really have appreciated you all's support over the past couple of years.
And I promise we will not be talking about estrogen and menopause. That will be never a topic that we talk about here.
It could be. I just won't be watching that particular episode.
All right. Well, thank you, B. I'm sure everybody will miss you. And we'll keep up the brand. We'll do our best to keep up what you've built and laid the groundwork for. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in every week. We've missed you guys. I love you guys. I look forward to the next iteration of In the Zone. And yeah, That's all I have to say before I get emotional and start crying like a girl. And I know all the men in the comments are like, no crying. We can't handle all that.
There's no crying in baseball.
So we'll do this next week. I have some ideas. Brian did not mention that I'm going to have a new co-host. You guys are familiar with her, Gina B. Some of you guys are familiar with her from the Chris the Critic show. She will be joining me. And sometimes maybe I'll pull one of you guys in as a special guest, and we'll have Jamal. Jamal loves to hop in with his opinions.
Jamal absolutely loves to hop in.
So thank you guys. We'll do this next week.